Hello friends, welcome back. In this video lesson, I'll be sharing with you how you can learn to speak English just as a native English speaker. Friends, for you to understand how you can learn to speak English like a native English speaker, you have to understand how native English speakers learned and mastered the English language. You can use the same techniques to improve your English fluency, proficiency, and to improve your confidence speaking in English. In this video lesson, you'll better understand how native English speakers learnt the English language and how you can do the same to improve your English. Friends, if you're watching this video lesson, most likely you're struggling with confidence to speak in English. Maybe you forget different words, different grammatical structures. Maybe you're just scared to speak in English. Friends, have you ever thought about the way that you're currently learning the English language? Are you memorizing words so you're not making sentences with words, but you're creating long word lists and you're not using those words? Or maybe are you listening to audios of English teachers speaking in English, but you're not listening to English being used naturally? Or maybe you're simply not speaking in English, you lack the speaking practice you need. Friends, in order for you to sound more like a native English speaker, you need to understand how native English speakers learned and master the English language to enable them to speak English confidently and fluently. Friends, for you to better understand this, and I'm sure each and every one of you watching this video lesson can relate. Friends, think back to the day you were born, if you can remember that day, that is. Friends, when you were born, were you able to speak? Were you able to write? Did you understand what your parents were saying to you or what your friends or your family friends were saying to you in your native language? Most likely not. Friends, when you were very young, think about the time when you were young, when you were from about 0 to 1 to 2 years. What did you do in this time period? Usually in this time period of a child's development, they are listening. They are listening and they are observing the natural environment. Friends, this is exactly what native English speakers do when they are born. They listen to English being used, they observe what people are doing, how people react to certain words, whether they should laugh, whether they should cry. They observe. Friends, this is an important part of your English learning journey, as if you want to learn how to speak English like a native English speaker, you have to listen. Listening is such a crucial skill, and you should be surrounding yourself with the English language just as us native English speakers did when we were younger. Listen to English as much as possible, because by listening you are absorbing yourself, you are immersing yourself in the English language, and you will hear new words, grammar, you will hear idioms, phrasal verbs, expressions being used naturally. Going back to a child, after about 8 to 1 year, maybe even a year and a half, a child begins to speak. Friends, the first words a child usually says is mama or dad, papa. Actually, probably not dad, but mama, papa. They're very simple words. So they're usually 2-syllable words, and they say this most likely, I don't know what your first word was, but I'm pretty sure my first word was mama, because my mum constantly repeated to me, mama. Because I constantly heard my mum saying, mama, mama, it was only natural for me to produce this word as my first word. Friends, it's very important here to take note that by listening, by consistently listening to my mother speaking to me, by listening to her tone, her intonation, I shadowed. Friends, this is something that many native English speakers do. We shadow, we repeat. This is why shadowing is such a crucial step, and it's very important for you to be doing this if you want to speak English like a native, speak English with confidence. Friends, to effectively be able to shadow, you have to be able to understand what people are saying around you. This is why it's so important to be immersed in the English language in verbal form, so listening. Surround yourself with English being used. Native English speakers do this naturally as their parents, their friends, when they are out in society, they hear English being used. Friends, you can do this today, regardless. I know you're probably not 6 months or 1 year old. You're older, but you can do this, you can immerse yourself, you can listen to English being used through YouTube videos, by watching TV, by listening to music, by listening to podcasts. There are many great ways for you to listen to English being used naturally. Now, looking back at a young child, so it may be a baby that's 1 year old, this baby is beginning to speak. This baby's mother and father will repeat the same word 1,001 times to that child until that child says it correctly. Friends, this is what shadowing is. This is important. Friends, this is something that we natives did when we were very young, and this is how we are able to speak in English. So why wouldn't you do the same? Friends, you can shadow. Shadow, listen to people speaking in English and repeat out loud these sentences. By doing this, you are copying. So you're listening, you're hearing somebody saying these words, and you're copying them out loud, and you are learning just as we native English speakers did. Friends, but shadowing is so much more than being able to improve your pronunciation and intonation. By shadowing, you will shadow grammar being used naturally, you'll shadow phrasal verbs, idioms, and new expressions which you can use. Friends, you have to understand that many English native speakers, I wouldn't say that they don't know grammar, but they don't know how to identify subject, object, okay, not all of them, but they don't know all the English grammar rules. One common problem many of my students face is articles and prepositions. Now friends, I'm sure that you also struggle with the use of articles and prepositions. If you go and do a Google search on the use of articles and prepositions, you'll see that there are so many rules and there are so many exceptions. But how do native English speakers know when to use that article or when to use that preposition when speaking in English? Friends, they know when to use these articles and prepositions because of shadowing and immersion. They have surrounded themselves with the English language, they have listened to people speaking, they have heard this being used repetitively, and they shadow naturally. This is exactly what I recommend to all of my students, especially if you're having issues with articles and prepositions, that you listen. Listen to English being used naturally as much as possible. Now, there is a technical word for this, and this is called immersion. Basically, surround yourself with the English language, listen to it, and shadow. Now, shadowing is also crucial because you are applying what you hear. You are doing. If you're not doing it, then you are not learning like a native English speaker. It's very important for you to spend time, to dedicate time to be listening, but also doing. So listening being immersion and doing being shadowing. Okay, so you understand the importance of listening. As native English speakers did this naturally, and I did this naturally when I was young. I listened to English being used, I was surrounded by the English language, then I had to copy people. I had to copy them, shadow, repeat, so that I could make mistakes. Friends, in order for you to learn English like a native, you need to make mistakes. If you don't like making mistakes, I'm sorry, but you're not learning English like a native. Make mistakes. Mistakes are such a crucial part of the English learning journey. Actually, it's important for any learning, any new skill that you're learning. If you make mistakes, what you do is you make them and you also learn from your mistakes. If you don't do the theory, if you don't apply the theory, then you don't know if you're improving, and if you're not improving, it's very important for you to be making these mistakes. Make those pronunciation mistakes, intonation mistakes, use the wrong word in a wrong sentence, but I'm sure that when you are doing this, you will notice your mistakes and you will improve your mistakes in the future. Okay, let's go back to a child and how a child in an English-speaking country, a native English speaker, learns English. Friends, at about 2 to 4 years old, children usually interact with other people. They may be children the same age as they are. It may be with their parents, with family friends, maybe at kindergarten, at daycare. Basically, this child is interacting with other people. Now, at about 2 to 4 years old, a child still doesn't know all the words in the English language. Maybe some children do, I do apologize, but they are still learning. They're still improving their vocabulary. Most likely they're making grammar mistakes, but they are making mistakes. Friends, at this stage, their parents, their family friends, maybe their friends, their teachers, they are correcting their mistakes. So they are highlighting what they're doing wrong, and that child will learn from these mistakes. Friends, this is why it's so important for you to be speaking, to be shadowing, and to be learning from your mistakes. But also at about 2 to 4 years old, maybe even a little bit older, about 5 to 6 years old, a child begins to write. A child gets a pen and gets a piece of paper and starts to write letters. Maybe they learn to write their own name, or maybe even really, really simple sentences. Friends, one crucial step many English learners miss completely in their English learning journey, and which doesn't give them the opportunity to ever achieve or reach English fluency, is that they don't write in English. Now, friends, one thing you're probably wondering about is, and you're really struggling with, is being able to speak in English, but also think fast in English. Friends, I really motivate and push all of my students to write in English and to write on a consistent basis. This is something that us English speakers do throughout kindergarten and primary school. We are writing. So we're using all those new words we've shadowed, we've heard when other English speakers have spoken around us by immersion, and we are using those words which we've heard and which we've probably said out loud, and we're putting them on paper. Friends, by putting words down on paper, by writing in English, you're forcing yourself to think in English. Now, I know this is something that maybe, most likely, many of you really struggle with. So when you're speaking in English with somebody, you get stuck because you forget that word, you don't know maybe which grammatical structure to use. It's because you haven't developed the ability to think in English. Friends, us native English speakers, we are forced to think when we go to school, when we go to kindergarten, to put pen to paper and to think, to construct a sentence, and to use that knowledge that we've heard through immersion. This is exactly what you should be doing on a consistent basis, is getting into the habit of putting pen to paper, writing even 1 sentence a day, 2 sentences a day, but training yourself to use those words that you've heard through immersion, put them on paper, use grammar, make mistakes, get feedback, of course, on your writing, and improve. Native English speakers do this all the time. We put pen to paper, we use the words, and we improve. Friends, you have to understand that learning English is a process. So you may have noticed I skipped a few years here. So I've gone from a child from 0 years old to 6 years old. But friends, we are just summarizing here so that you can understand in general how us English speakers learn English. You can use this as well. So begin with by surrounding yourself, immersing yourself by listening to English speakers, by listening to English being used naturally. Then you should be applying the shadowing technique, repeating out loud exactly what English speakers are saying. You have to be making mistakes. Mistakes are part of the learning process, and you will learn, develop, and improve your English by making those mistakes. You have to be writing in English. Us native English speakers, we write on a daily basis, be that if we're SMSing somebody, if we're writing an email, whatever correspondence we have, we do write in English. This enables us to think quicker in English, and you should be doing the same. But friends, if you're doing these 3 things, and if you're not speaking, you're doing all the theory, but you're not speaking to people, to real people in English, then you're never going to speak English like a native English speaker. Friends, in order for you to truly master and to truly learn English just as us native English speakers have, you have to be using your English. It's quite simple. So you've listened, you've immersed, you've shadowed, you're writing, you're making mistakes, but you need feedback. If you're not getting feedback from people, then you will never know if your English has improved. Speak to people. Find somebody to speak to in English, because by you speaking to people, you'll see, hey, can they understand me? Or am I using the wrong word? You may even offend somebody by using the wrong word, but this is a mistake you will make, and you will learn from your mistake, and you will avoid using this word in the future. Friends, you have to understand that the English language is a means of communication. At the moment, I am speaking to you in video format. I am teaching you how to speak English like a native. But of course, maybe you will teach somebody these tips and teach them how to speak English like a native, but you're most likely learning English for a better job, to move abroad, to pass IELTS, TOEFL, or just simply to speak with other English speakers, meet other people from around the world. Understand, friends, that if you're not communicating with people, you will never speak English like a native English speaker. Speaking is such an important step. You have to go out there, find somebody to speak to in English so that you can see your results, you can see your improvements, and this will enable you to think faster in English and to achieve English fluency. This is exactly how native English speakers learn, make mistakes, develop their vocabulary, use grammar and expressions through communication by hearing people using new words, expressions, slang, even making mistakes. Friends, native English speakers make mistakes all the time. We learn from our mistakes, we develop our mistakes, and I'm sure that I've made many mistakes in this video lesson. Friends, this is only natural. This is English being used naturally in spoken form, and for you to learn English like a native, you also need to be making these mistakes just as we native English speakers do. Friends, to sum up this lesson, it's very important for you to understand that you can learn English, you can learn to speak English like a native just as we did. You have to be listening to English being used naturally so that you can hear grammar, vocabulary, idioms, slang, and expressions being used naturally. You have to be shadowing, so listening, repeating, copying out loud so that you can practice just as we did when we were children. You have to be making mistakes. We learn from our mistakes, we develop our mistakes, and we learn not to make those mistakes in the future. You have to be speaking in English. If you're not speaking to somebody in English, you are not improving and you will never sound like a native English speaker. Speak to people, use those words, expressions, grammar that you have learned, heard, shadowed so that you can communicate in English. Writing is such a crucial skill. Don't underestimate the importance of writing, as by writing in English, you are training your brain to think in English. Friends, don't forget that the English language is a means of communication. I'm speaking to you right now in English and we are having, well, I'm having a monologue, but I am teaching you a skill, something in English. Do the same. Connect with other people, connect with other English speakers, and you will see that your English will improve and you will sound more like a native English speaker. Fantastic, friends, there you have it. You understand now how us native English speakers learned, mastered, and are able to speak like we do, like native English speakers. I would love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments below this video, did you learn something new and what? Remember, friends, there are many more great lessons here on my YouTube channel. I do suggest that you watch this video lesson and this video lesson here to help you improve your confidence and to learn English naturally. Remember, if you like this video lesson, make sure to hit like. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you receive the latest lessons and join the discussion. Start using your English in the comments below this video. See you in the comments. Bye for now.